Okay, how is the regulatory environment for tokenized real estate in the US and UAE? I'll start with the USA and then we'll let Ghassan talk about the UAE. So unfortunately, we have a SEC who's been very obstinate, who claims that most of the laws from 1940s apply to securities, and this is certainly a security. When you're tokenizing real estate, it is a security that you're selling because there's an expectation of profit. There's other reasons, but that alone is enough to be deemed a security. So we have to follow the laws here. Now, we don't have to fully bring it public, like bringing something up on NASDAQ. What you can do is follow regulatory exemptions, and there's a couple of main ones: Reg A, Reg D, and Reg S, and then there's even a Reg CF, which is for properties under $5 million. But these are exemptions to the law, and not to be too complicated, and I've got a blog post that I'll post in the notes here that deals with these. They restrict who you can sell these securities to based on their investor status. For example, a Reg D, you can advertise it, but you can only advertise it to people, and you can only accept money from people that are accredited investors in the US. And also they've got to be KYC'd, which is know your customer, and they have to be AML, which is anti-money laundering. Those are three of the basic requirements. There's more, but that's the basics, okay? We're not attorneys, so please work with your own attorney when you're going through this process. You're using exemptions here, and it's not very straightforward, but it's gone through and have been approved by the SEC, so this is a legitimate way of doing it. So Ghassan, how's it work in the UAE?
Actually, I will add on, like whatever you mentioned, it's already available in Dubai since long back. So it's the same copy paste what you mentioned, but the advantage is in Dubai, the leadership here of the UAE is really doing great in anything innovation in order to take each sector into another level, especially in the real estate. And they created like a specialty entity to help and to support this kind of innovation ideas, like Vera actually call it in Dubai. And we met them in the other day, and they need just to see the prototype, and the concept has really efficiencies working perfectly in order to get the whole legalization and documentation. And the good part is, Mike, as you know, what is Smartblocks is unique than any other services available in the market today. Selling the secondary market, and this is the most important, that we're going to convert the real estate market as a stock market, as a trading market, like the Forex and the stock and the cryptocurrency market as well.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Can you explain the process of buying and selling real estate tokens on the Smartblocks exchange? I'll jump in on this one. So it's pretty simple. We like to say buying real estate is as simple as buying a book on Amazon, which is true. But you've got to be KYC to AML. We use a third party to do that. Everyone in the world needs to go through this process with us. You are buying securities. We need to know, and Dubai needs to know, we need to know that you're legitimate. You're not, money launderers, which I know none of you are. And we know who you are, purposes and other reasons. So that's number one. But once you are, and it doesn't take long, then you can invest in these tokenized properties in 4 clicks. Some of the due diligence has been done by us, some by the developer, and you should always double check and make sure that you're investing in something that you're comfortable with. Of course, I mean that's why in the U.S. if you're accredited, or outside the U.S. if you're not accredited, you got to do your due diligence. Always do your own due diligence. So the selling of the tokens won't be supported. You could post it on a bulletin board on our site, but the true secondary market is going to be coming in about a year. There's plenty of work being done on that now, and that's where it's like operating like a stock market. We like to say we're going to become the Coinbase of real estate, which is true, but you need to have a ability to sell these tokens as well. So that's coming in about a year, which is perfect, because if you're a U.S. investor, you have to hold on to most of these tokens for a year anyway. Outside the U.S., that doesn't apply. There are different rules, and depending on what country you're in. Again, I'm not an attorney, so don't take anything legal to the bank. This is just my experience that I'm sharing. Ghassan, anything to add to that?
No, it's perfectly. This is exactly what I was planning to say. Just the only way that's to improve that Dubai is totally out of the earth, because we have something called an Emirates ID for any residential or any citizen in the UAE, and it's way easier than what you mentioned, Mark. It's only just one click. You will get all your information is linked with that card, so you will get the access, and that's one. It will be also available in the smart blocks because we got the pre-approval entity about that. So very soon it will be there.
Audio Jungle.